principal missile weapon of the ancient world was the bow, and the most common style of bow that you would find is the recurved bow. And this is a good example of a recurved bow. You can find that it's curved in one direction and it's curved back in another, and that puts an enormous amount of strength into the limb, which means that for a lower poundage weight, a lower strength draw, you can get much more strength behind the arrow. So it was very easy to use, very easy to learn how to use, and also very accurate. Now, as a society, we use a lot of these bows, and we use relatively cheap versions, and this one is made from fibre limbs. It's one of the bows used in the Alexander film, made by Oliver Stone, as is this one here. But a far better example of the same bows is this one. This one's made by Groza, as you can see there, and it's been made as close to the traditional way as can be. It's a combination of horn and sinew. This particular bow is 50 pounds in draw weight, and if I string it up for you, you'll be able to see the amount of power that's required to get this into place. There we go. And you can see now very, very taut string and a lot of power that you put behind the arrows. But the bow is only part of this weapon, of course. The bow is the thing that shoots the arrow forward. The arrows themselves, of which there are some examples here on the table, are all tipped with bronze arrowheads. And here are some examples of the style of heads that were used. These are called trilobal heads, and as you can see from that one, it has 3 blades to it. Those are the trilobes, the 3 lobes. This particular example here has a little barb on the back, and the barb is to ensure that once it gets into its victim, it's very, very difficult to take out, or if it is drawn out, it'll take out a lot of skin and flesh and sinew with it and cause a lot of damage. On the arrows themselves, and here are a couple of very nice